paint a picture for us of what's happening there in Chicago, kind of the atmosphere at this hour?
Well, I mean, generally, average person doesn't really know what's going on. Most people go to work. You see that, the commute behind me, the Friday afternoon commute's getting started. So most people are unaware of really what's happening. But really, you've got it's the two sides of America. You have the post-constitutional America in Illinois and Chicago with people like J.B. Pritzker and Mayor Johnson, who protect criminals and illegal aliens at the expense of the citizens on the streets. And then you have a government under President Trump and his administration and the agencies that are trying to restore the rule of law and order. And part of that is getting rid of illegal aliens in these cities, and part of it is getting crime under control. These cities are, some of these, the crime statistics are like third world countries. Chicago's out here acting like they're this great city because they're not number one in murders. They've backed down to number 2 or number 3. Well, you're still the top. You've been the top. They've been number 1 in murders for 7 years. And you've got people like J.B. Pritzker saying President Trump and the National Guard and ICE and Border Patrol are the problem, when in reality it's their own policies of not incarcerating, not prosecuting criminals, allowing them this zero bail, all the rest of it. It's liberal policies that just don't work.
And Ben, to your point, all of these Democrat-run cities, if they just follow the blueprint that President Trump laid out in Washington, D.C., all right, you don't want federal troops there? Well, the blueprint still remains in terms of getting bodies on the street and helping to prevent crime.
Yeah, it's very, very simple. You want to stop crime in your city, you prosecute, you have consequences. It's the same thing in talking to Border Patrol and ICE. I was just with the chief of San Diego sector of Border Patrol, and he said, and every single person that I spoke to in ICE and Border Patrol, I said, what's the biggest change between President Trump and Joe Biden? And they said consequences. That's the number one word I hear from all of them. It's consequences. If you don't have consequences, you have more crime. If you have consequences and you hold a high standard, you have less crime. It's very simple. But unfortunately, you have the Soros-backed DAs in all of these cities that really, I mean, Terrence, if you want to boil it down, it used to be considered conspiracy theory, but now it's just reality. There are people in this country that want to destroy this country from within and remake it in their communist utopian vision. That's what we have going on in major cities across America. That's why we see colleges, all the protesters at places like NYU and Columbia. It's this leftist, anti-American, godless mindset that believes that they have the answers. The problem is all of their policies in practice fail.